Because there's dudes out there that are balling so hard we don't know about it. You know, there's some royal family members that are worth trillions of dollars. Did you know that? When you hear about like the richest man in the world, you're like, wow, what's it like to have 90 billion? That's not the richest man in the world. It's not. The richest man in the world is a guy that you don't even know.
Right.
Those oil dudes. Like those dudes in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East that, you know, oligarchs. They have monarchies. They have these fucking gigantic piles of wealth that you can't even wrap your brain around. Trillions. Thousands of billions.
Really? Do you know this?
Oh, I know this. Yes.
Man.
Thousands of billions. Do you know the story of the Sultan of Dubai? Sultan of Brunei, rather.
No.
Sultan of Brunei, he would bring in gals and pay them like $50,000 a month. Just come on down. And they would go for a few months, make $250,000, then fly home. And they'd get all this jewelry and diamonds and shit. And one little hooker ruined the whole party. But they caught her with a laptop. She's writing stories about it. She wanted to write a book about her experience. So this dude, this is what he would do. He had a disco in his house, in one of his many houses. And he would have it filled with all these girls that were making who knows how much money, just tens of thousands of dollars. And he would come out in his fucking gold underwear and just in slippers and just slide across the room like he was in that scene with Tom Cruise. What's that movie? Risky Business?
Yeah.
When he slides in, he'd slide in like that in his gold underwear and just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and just pick one out. And just fuck the shit out of them. And then the next day, do the same thing. And he would do whatever he wants.
And that chick wrote the story on it.
One of them did.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, so what? I'm going back home. Do you think he
wears a condom? Is that him?
Yeah.
That's really him?
Yep, that's him.
That was like Pat Reagan.
He does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, that guy?
That guy's totally covered in gold. Look at him. That guy's worth more money than you can ever...
Can I be one of these girls?
Oh, my God.
Go away for 50,000. I'm doing a gig in Dubai, guys, for a whole month.
You just want to be the court jester. Go over there and just crack some jokes.
Man, that's fucking crazy. You think he wears a condom?
No.
No condom, right?
Shut up.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Yeah, exactly.
He's just shooting loads into these gals.
But then again, he's opening himself up for possible I wonder if they have to get tested.
What?
I bet he gets them tested.
He puts them in catapults and shoots them into the air. What is that?
His giant throne. One of them, probably.
Look at his throne. Oh, my God. That's insane. Look at him sit there, and he's covered with this thing that looks like something that belongs inside the pyramids.
It looks like a sunglass hut in Glendale. It's
everything is gold, dude. Do you understand that that's real gold? Like, everything is gold-plated. Everything. Real gold-plated. Everything. Everywhere you look. Gold, 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 gold. That's his car. Gold.
That looks like it's in cookies. The car.
Dude.
It's a cookie car.
You mean a cake? Like a cake?
Like a cake
that you would get for your birthday? Dude.
So then that's all from oil money.
Yeah. They have a different kind of money, man. It's a different level of money. See, we have this idea that, like, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, shit the fuck out of here. Those guys are broke.
Yeah.
They're broke in comparison to this dude. You know, like, Donald Trump's worth $4 billion. That fucking guy is laughing. If you gave him only $4 billion, he would start crying. If he found out all he has left is $4 billion, he'd go, what? What? No! He would fall to his knees. He would think, how has God cursed me?
Yeah.
With only $4 billion.
His plane has that a virtual floor so you can see what you're flying over.
Of course it does. God, cool. Of course it does. Hashtag ballin'.
Wow.
Hashtag balling out of control. Like, our ideas of wealth, catastrophic wealth, we are so sheltered from the true catastrophic wealth, because if we were really exposed to it and we really understood it, and then we understood where it came from, we'd understand what the fuck is going on in the world and how bizarre this system of government we have that supports this and allows this kind of shit to happen.
Let me ask you a question.
Please do.
You're hanging out one day. All of a sudden your phone rings. Right? Ring, ring. You're sitting there cutting up some elk and some jalapenos, and you're slicing up some avocado late night. Your phone rings, and all of a sudden you hear, "Hello, Joe. It is me, the Sultan. I heard you talk about the podcast, and I wanted to invite you over to Saudi Arabia. I'll send a plane."
First of all, how many Ferraris do you have, really? Because I heard you have 150 Ferraris. How many Ferraris does he have? He might get mad at me for saying only 150. Probably might be 1,000 Ferraris. Like, for real, he's got one of the most ridiculous car collections the world has ever known.
Would you go visit him if he sent a plane for you? If he's like, I want to fly you out for a week.
Reported over 300 Ferraris.
300 Ferraris.
Come out. We'll drive my Ferrari. We'll do a podcast, even. I'll play them the truth.
I would love to, but I got a podcast with Bill Burr. I can't.
Okay,
Can't
well,
do
not.
it. How many? 300 Ferraris?
Says he's got over 5,000 cars and it's reported over 300 Ferraris. So I don't
Damn,
know
he probably
if
bought
I count
300
them.
new ones.
Jay Leno just
Since
killed
I wrote
himself.
that.
If you listen closely.
Dude, Jay Leno's place is a fucking riot.
Yeah, right.
If you've never been, like, if you get a chance someday and, you know, like, one day you get to be on Jay Leno's garage, if you get a sick car, get a custom car or something like that, take it. Just to go there. Or next time I go, come with me. It's right in your neighborhood, man.
Burbank Airport.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. He has 11 buildings, warehouses, filled with cars. Like, I thought it was like a warehouse. I thought, like, Jay Leno's got this cool collection. It's a warehouse. It's filled with cars. No, it's 11 warehouses.
And he can just jump in one and start it, and you're driving
They all work.
it.
Everyone works. They have mechanics. There's mechanics everywhere. They take care of everything. The whole thing, every car is functional, and he drives them all the time, including, like, these 1903 tractors. He put these things, they have metal wheels. They didn't even have tires. So he had rubber put on the outside of the metal so he could drive them on the street and got them registered. They're death traps. There's no way it can stop. There's no way he can take a corner. I mean, it is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen in the world, but he drives it.
He drives all his cars around Burbank all the time. You always see him like in a fire truck or in like a lollipop.
It's got to be crazy for him seeing Seinfeld doing comedians in cars getting coffee, and he's like, I really missed an opportunity on that one. You know, just like
but
he's doing that.
Because like what he's doing is better.
Great. Yeah,
what he's doing is better.
I haven't gotten to see it.
I don't want to say it's better, but his show is really about the car. Whereas Seinfeld is like, the car is just like a set where the comic, you know, where Ricky Gervais can pretend that he's laughing hysterically.
Right.
It's a prop. You know what I mean? Whereas with Jay Leno, like, I brought my Corvette on Jay Leno's show, and dude, that guy fucking loves cars. I mean, he's going over every little inch of the car. We're talking about this, we're talking about that. You see this glint in his eyes. He's talking about suspensions and tires and wheels, and, you know, what kind of power steering you're running, and what are you doing for the interior? The bolsters in the seats, are these stock? These are custom. Where are these coming from? He does that with every car, man. He fucking loves cars. So for him, it's not even about being funny. He doesn't give a shit if a whole show goes by where he doesn't crack a single joke.
Right.
He'll just talk about cars.
I know. I've seen him host the Tonight Show.
Come on,
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
I was always
Help
more of a
yourself.
Letterman guy.
He's way better doing this than anything he's ever done.
That's great.
And he and I had a conversation about it, you know, and he was like really honest about it. He talked about it on my podcast too. He's like, you know, I used to have these people on, and I didn't give a fuck about what they were doing. I didn't know the band. You know, he's like, fuck, I'm 57 years old. I know this band. I don't know this band. He's like, I didn't care, but that's the job. And the job was to be friendly, have these people out. He goes, I'm talking about what I love. These cars he loves cars, man. You bring that guy a car, and, you know, if it's especially like a hot rod or something like that, he just gets this spark in his eye, man. He just walks around them. He just has almost as much as he has a love for comedy. I don't know if they're the same level, but it's like right about, he might love cars more. He really do. He might love cars more.
Do you think he should dye his hair black?
I don't give a fuck, dude. He's wearing jean shirts. He's worth $100 million.
Just for like that guy's
a year. Fuck. He's got like 11 cars that are worth more than $1 million.
Man.
They're all over the place in his fucking garages. It's crazy. He's got these old Lamborghinis and shit, these old Ferraris. You look at him, you're like, what? He's got a car with a jet engine.
Wow. And is it true? Like, what about that? Did I hear that he doesn't spend his Tonight Show money?
Exactly. It's all from stand-up. Doing corporate gigs.
Oh my God.
It's all corporate gigs.
Oh.
You got to think, a guy like that, the fucking host of the Tonight Show, if you do a corporate gig, you can make like a ton of money. Like, I don't think people understand. He's probably making hundreds of thousands of dollars a gig. They're flying him out there in a private jet. He does the gig. Then he comes back. He does the Tonight Show. So he would leave the Tonight Show. The Tonight Show tapes during the daytime. He'd be done. He'd fly somewhere on his private jet, do some ridiculous corporate gig, make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and fly right back, and then do it again, and do it again, and do it again. And he's making millions of dollars a month doing that.
Burbank Airport.
Balling! Yeah. Jay Leno's balling!
Man.
When I had him on my podcast, he swore. He was telling crazy stories about when he worked with the mafia, and mafia people were threatening guys' life, these mobsters.
Yeah, but did he ever hang out with the Sultan?
I don't think so. He never put the slippers on, the golden underwear, and slid across the floor.
I want to figure out how to make friends with this guy. I want to ride around in a gold car.
You think you do.
Yeah, you don't want to be friends with somebody that's that powerful, because if you fuck up or you do something wrong, then you have somebody that powerful that's your enemy.